God remembered her. The powerful story of Hannah. 1 Samuel chapter 1 and 2. Have you ever wanted something so deeply it hurt? Something you prayed for with all your heart, but it just wouldn't come. This is the story of Hannah, a woman whose heartbreak turned into one of the most powerful prayers in the Bible. Hannah was married to a man named Elkanah. Now, Elkanah loved Hannah deeply. But there was a big problem. Hannah couldn't have children. In those days, not being able to have a child was seen as a great shame. It left Hannah feeling broken, forgotten, even cursed. To make things worse, Elkanah had another wife named Peninnah, and she had children, lots of them. And Peninnah never let Hannah forget it. She would mock her, taunt her, even rub it in her face that she had what Hannah didn't. Year after year, this went on, and every year the whole family would travel to the house of the Lord at Shiloh to worship and offer sacrifices. But for Hannah, this wasn't a joyful trip. It was painful. One year, it became too much. Hannah went to the temple and poured her heart out to God. But this wasn't a loud, dramatic scene. She wasn't screaming. She was praying silently, lips moving, but no sound coming out. She prayed, "Lord, if you will only look at my misery and remember me. If you give me a son, I will give him back to you. He will serve you all his life." It was a promise, a vow. Now, nearby was Eli, the high priest. He saw Hannah praying, but because her lips were moving without a sound, he thought she was drunk. He scolded her, but Hannah gently explained, "I'm not drunk. I'm just pouring out my soul to the Lord." Eli, moved by her sincerity, replied, "Go in peace. May God give you what you asked for." And something changed. Hannah left that temple at peace. Her burden felt lighter. Her faith gave her hope. And not long after that, God answered her prayer. Hannah gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, which means God has heard. And Hannah kept her promise. When Samuel was still a young boy, she brought him to the temple and gave him to Eli to serve God for the rest of his life. Imagine that. After years of longing, of tears and humiliation, she finally had a son and then gave him away. Not out of sadness, but out of deep gratitude and faith. Scene shows Hannah singing in worship, filled with joy. Hannah's story didn't end in sorrow, it ended in song. In fact, she praised God with a beautiful prayer that's still remembered today, thanking him for lifting up the humble and showing his power through love and mercy. Hannah went on to have more children. But her legacy lives through Samuel, the great prophet who would one day anoint kings. So what can we learn from Hannah? That even in our lowest, quietest moments, God hears. That real faith isn't loud, it's honest. And that sometimes the greatest miracles begin with a broken heart and a whispered prayer. Lessons from the story of Hannah. 1. God hears the heartbroken. Hannah's silent, tearful prayer shows that you don't need fancy words or loud cries. God hears even the quietest, most personal prayers. When you feel unseen or forgotten, God still sees you. 2. Faith means trusting. Even before the answer comes. Hannah didn't wait for proof. After she prayed and received Eli's blessing, she walked away in peace. Before her situation changed. That's real faith. Believing that God is working, even when you can't see it yet. 3. Pain can lead to purpose. Hannah's deepest sorrow became her greatest testimony. Her son, Samuel, didn't just bring her joy, he became one of the most important prophets in Israel's history. God can bring purpose from pain. 4. Keep your promises to God. Hannah made a vow, and she kept it, even when it meant giving up the one thing she longed for. Her commitment shows that honoring God with what he gives us is an act of deep trust and gratitude. 5. You are not alone in your struggle. Hannah's story reminds us that many people carry silent pain. Her honesty, humility, and perseverance speak to anyone who has ever felt overlooked, ridiculed, or delayed in their dreams.
Hi, friends. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired, there's so much more where that came from. On this channel, we dive into uplifting, faith-filled content to encourage you in your journey. If you're looking for more inspiring Bible stories, lessons of hope, and moments to strengthen your faith, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's grow in faith and share God's love with the world. See you in the next video.